Okay, so as you guys know, I don't make a living predicting where the market's going to go, but I always want to glance at it. And we've got the SPY here, I don't know, significantly below the 50-day. Had that nasty candle on Thursday, and Friday only ate up a little bit of that downside. I mean, maybe it got halfway back through, but ended up closing down a little bit lower. Um, Again, I focus on stocks that are in play, and I make my living by taking low risk entries on an intraday basis on stocks that are in play. So the overall market doesn't matter that much, but as far as what I do, right, day trading, but you still want to keep an eye on it. So I don't know how I feel about it. It still feels pretty weak out there. We'll see what happens this week. It's definitely going to be an interesting week. Let me talk about what we're watching on Monday for some possible trades. Gap, which popped up on Friday on earnings, and here's kind of resistance right there. It closed below it, but that one could be in the process of breaking out into this gap back here. Um, so one, had really good volume on Friday. So we're gonna watch that one. PEPG. The only reason I noticed this, I mean, I like this pop back here, and it's kind of held up pretty well, and you kind of have a cup and handle. The only reason I really noticed it though is because on Friday, it got this big volume spike there. Sorry about that. I had to get the 200-day out of there. You can see this big volume spike right here and held up, and I thought, I don't know what's going on there. But it made me look at the daily chart, and again, you've kind of got this cup and handle. So we're going to watch that one. ANVS, still interesting to me. It's extended, but still interesting over $4. It's holding up fairly well. NUVB was a runner last week and held up, it's pretty close to last week's highs. So that one's holding up. I like the looks of that. AMTM was that Citron piece that really ripped it. Then you got a red day and another red day. You got a lot of stocks, by the way, that kind of have that big tail because of the bounce on Friday. But anyway, that one just goes on watch. I like the Citron piece. DVLT. Call of the day, by the way, Kevin P. I feel like I say that a lot. He noticed the high relative volume early, and then the pullback, and then consolidating right below the whole number 2. He called it back through 2. Look at that entry. And it ended up going, whatever it was, to 259, something like that. But I think it was like a nickel risk. It was just a great post by Kevin P. And back to the daily, we're going to watch this one this week. Nice volume. Maybe this pullback here, maybe it's finally bottomed and it's up from here. CTKB, kind of a sleeper pick, but had a nice move back here, pulled back, and is already curling back up near those recent highs. NNOX, big day, but up into this resistance here. But big day on Friday and big volume. So we're going to keep that one on watch all week. Walmart, I'm going to treat as a bounce play. Had that big rip on Thursday, and then Friday a red day on a little bit lower volume. Gave up a lot of its gains from Thursday, but that one might be ready to turn back up on Monday. So it goes on watch. ACM, I'm just putting back on bounce watch. We got another red day. It's way oversold. Could get a snapback bounce, and I'm going to do the same thing with DDOG, which has a bit of a tail now. And that's it. I suspect we'll find some gappers in the morning, and we'll do a good job again of watching for high relative volume stocks early, and that gives us new stocks to add to the list as well. All right, so enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the pre-market on Monday.